congratulated him on the victory, and Dan, love you.
Do you feel like John was maybe a little bit extra aggressive tonight, going for that 4th and 1, and then a 2-point conversion, trying to make it a 2-score game? Did you see any extra aggressiveness out of him tonight?
I thought they did a great job in 3rd down and 4th downs. Without a doubt. I mean, 3 for 3 on 4th down. They did a great job on 3rd down as well, over 55%.
What did you see from your run defense tonight?
Yeah, they ran the ball. They ran the ball real well. We didn't better block destruction. Just across the board. But give them credit. They did a heck of a job.
Denzel's obviously been a big part of your run defense this year. How much did you feel like you missed his play and also just his physicality and mentality against Derrick Henry?
I think just overall they, like I said, I think they executed, and they were the better team tonight across the board, and more importantly, I know what we're capable of.
Happier post-game visit with the media from John Harbaugh, who steps to the mic just now.
From Baltimore, thanks for coming out. Just a really well-earned victory against a really good football team. I'm really proud of our guys. We had talked, and kind of the message at one point was to be strong and courageous, and even came up to be strong in the Lord. That was actually the message, and I just think that you have ups and downs in a season, both teams, and you kind of live these things close to your heart, and these are just huge battles every week in this league. And going against a team that's this well coached by all their coaches and by my brother Jim, best coach in the National Football League, what he's done with that team and how hard they play and what they did, hats off to them, because they're going to win a lot more football games this year, and they're going to be a major factor in the playoffs. So this is a big win for our guys. I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of the way they came out and responded. After the first 10 points, we're down 10-0, and our guys step up. I think they had 2 field goals until the last drive on defense, and our offense had 5 or 6 scoring drives right in a row there to make a difference. So that's what I appreciate about our guys. They really don't flinch. They keep fighting. They got locked in on some details, and they played really good winning football. So proud of them for that. Now we have a quick turnaround. We got to get back about 6:30 in the morning and get to work on a very good Eagles team. So what questions did you have?
John, what was kind of meeting your brother after the game? What was kind of said after the game?
I just told him, hey, you're a great coach and you have a great team, and I love you. And he said, I love you and congratulations. That was good, yeah.
John, 2-minute warning there in the second quarter. Looked like punt team was heading out there, and then the offense all of a sudden went out. What went into that decision for you, and how kind of difficult of a call was that? Yeah,
I mean, the downside is they give them the ball at the 16-yard line. That's the downside. And but the upside or the thought is that I really thought we could get it. I thought Mark could get it with the quarterback sneak, and I just thought he and Tyler and our interior offensive line. I mean, Pat McCarry just coming off the ball the way he did, and Daniel Falele coming off the ball the way they did. I thought we could get it, and they did, so hats off to them. It led to like a 90-some-yard drive and got us 7 points. That was a big turning point in the game.
Derrick, you were part of a couple key 4th down conversions tonight. How did those make the difference in this game and spark this offense?
Yeah, I think that everybody just being locked in. Those guys up front doing a great job to make my job easier, and me just seeing the hole, hitting it, and trying to finish runs, get us the first down so we can finish drives.
140 yards on the ground for you tonight. You wanted a turnaround after the last couple games. What made the difference for you specifically?
Yeah, I think just trying to run hard. Like I said, I always get a credit to the guys up front. They did a great job blocking and making my job easier. I just wanted to be effective and be efficient, to give ourselves a chance in the run game and help us win and do well as a team.
So much of the conversation tonight was this being the Harbaugh Bowl. I know you guys as players aren't specifically involved with that, but how good does it feel to get this win for your coach, John Harbaugh?
Oh, yeah, Coach didn't really talk about it too much. He kind of downplayed it a little bit, but I know it's a little competition between the two. Glad we got the win against his brother, but he's a great coach too. They're a great team. They're having a great season, but glad we came out with a W for sure.
John's now 3-0 against Jim.
For sure, 3-0. Got to keep it going.
All right, thanks, Derrick.
Appreciate it, Lord. Thank you.
Henry and the Ravens spot the Chargers a 10-point lead, and they come back to win 30-23. Ryan Clark alongside Lamar Jackson, as Kyle Hamilton said, if we got 8, we got a chance. And he hit him with that high school touchdown. I mean, the fact that he's doing this in the NFL where he just puts the brakes on and then walks in is the coolest move.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of touchdown passes that were key as well that you can show us how they got them.
Yeah, remember we talked at halftime about this game being a one-point game. And what happened in the second half was going to be ultimately important. So we're going to go to the Mark Andrews touchdown, and you're going to see here that the Chargers decided to bring pressure, so they're going to lose this guy, and lose that guy. And now you're going to get a bunch route where Zay Flowers is going to end up here. We're going to get motion up into the middle by Bateman, and we're just going to get a seam here by Mark Andrews, and he's going to be working on Gilman. And what we're going to see is Lamar Jackson is going to throw the football and put air on it because Gilman's never going to get his head turned. So here, as we let it play out, watch, once they bring the pressure, the middle opens up. So Gilman has to rush inside of Mark Andrews. As he does that, he's able to put the football over the top. Mark Andrews goes up over the top, catches the ball, and now that was Lamar Jackson throwing his wide out open. Now, we're going to get a motion here by Zay Flowers. After that motion, you're going to get a block down and down by Mark Andrews. What it's going to do is clear the way for Justice Hill to get outside. Now, once Justice Hill is outside, he's going to have to make a move on one man, and it's going to be Gilman. Here, we're going to let the play for a little bit and watch what happens when Justice Hill ends up one-on-one. Everything is blocked down. Here, if we let it go a little bit more, you'll see that Justice Hill gets out to the outside, and when he gets there, he has an opportunity to make a play. Gilman misses, and now he slides right inside. When you create those one-on-ones, which we saw a lot early on in the season with Derrick Henry, and he beat guys with power, we see Justice Hill beat guys with speed.
We talked about this in the pregame about context, and you know, you've known me for a long time. You know how much I believe it matters, because it does. And I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say, look, the Chargers, the teams they beat, had a 26-52 record. And so the hill gets steeper that you're trying to climb. You play a Baltimore team that you come in with a nice rushing defense number, but you haven't faced this yet. And so this isn't, I don't believe that this is a matter at all of the Chargers getting exposed. I just think you're swimming in deeper waters now. How did the fact that the Ravens brought something in the run game that the Chargers defense couldn't match just show itself over the course of 60 minutes?
I mean, remember we had that conversation pregame. We talked about how much this team loved to live in two high safeties, and it was only a matter of time.
You had that tape.
It was only a matter of time.
Don't you love when you have a tape and it's right? This man loves when his tapes are right, but there's a reason why you win an Emmy, my man.
It's my favorite thing to talk about in The Rock. Like, that's the tape. That's the tape.
My tape. His tape.
Yeah, but exactly. And so you saw Derrick Henry, and also give credit to Todd Monken. This team got down 10-0. They could have gotten away from the run game, but they continued to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, hand it off to Justice Hill, and then you see Lamar Jackson there with the high school hiccup and let a guy run past. I think the physicality in which the Baltimore Ravens played with tonight was too much for the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the thing for them is not every team can do that, but we also saw Lamar Jackson have some success in the past once they had to go to those single high safeties, and we saw those corners in man-to-man.
Yeah, I mean, I said as we were going off the air, like, and you know me also, I'm not a hyperbole guy, but this is a gotta-have-it game. Like, you can't leave here with 5 losses if you're trying to ultimately make a run in the playoffs. I don't believe, because you've got to still play Pittsburgh. You've still got to play Philadelphia next week. Nobody hotter than them. And this felt like the game where you'd get the best of Baltimore, and you did. I think this is a chance for the Chargers to say, okay, all right, so that's what it's like to go 15 rounds with Ali. All right, what do you think we see from them the rest of the way?
I think the first thing is you're going to have to take stock, right? You're going to have to look at that defense if your coach mentor the defense coordinator and say, what teams can we and can we not play the form of defense we enjoy playing? And then what's our adjustment to that? Because we did see guys like Bateman, guys like Zay Flowers start to eat when you saw those one-on-ones. And then the other piece of it is, who's going to be a guy outside of Ladd McConkey offensively when we're playing against good defenses. This isn't even a great pass defense, Scott, but once the run game was stopped, no J.K. Dobbins, they didn't really have an answer to find someone on the outside who could make plays one-on-one. And as you know, in the AFC, it's going to take scoring points, especially playing a team like Baltimore.
You still buy them as a playoff team, the Chargers?
I do. I buy them as a playoff team, but I don't buy them as a championship contender. And now, not everyone is, but this was the night we were supposed to find out.
Okay, but it's year one for Jim Harbaugh. We talked about it with Troy and Joe and Troy afterwards. You try to establish culture. This is just year one of that. And you mentioned J.K. Dobbins. I don't know a single person that loves the game doesn't have their fingers crossed hoping for good news there as he left this one with a knee injury. Good luck and good health we hope for him.